Alrighty, and we are back. So, welcome to Game 2, MMKR versus US Men's National Dota 2 team. And US Men's pulling it out in the end there. MMKR going for their regular DK ban, but getting rid of the Riki and the Bristleback from the last game. Decide those are heroes I don't have to play against. US Men's National team getting rid of the Spectre once again, but this time getting rid of the Night Stalker and the Pudge from before, so that's not available. But that is going to give him MKR their Windrunner, which they have favored heavily over the course of this tournament. US Men's National Dota 2 team is going to grab that Warlock immediately. They're very comfortable with that hero, it appears, and going to take a little bit more time for their second pick. So, how do you think that US Men's team in this game managed to maybe not look so shaky early?
It's gotta pick stronger lanes. I mean, they played to their heroes' strengths, which is they're really good in the mid game. Coco never really slowed down, so he did really well the whole time.
Mm-hmm. So just pick to win your game, or pick to win your lanes and win the game. That's how Dota works these days.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Man, I do miss team fight meta from like 5 years ago.
Dude.
But hey, we're gonna see a Tide Hunter and a Warlock, so.
DI5 was my meta. That was the meta. I climbed to 5k and it was great.
Wasn't that Sniper Troll Juggernaut meta?
Nope, that was 2014. 2015 was like Tuscalina, Anti-Mage, Leshrac.
Oh yeah, Leshrac. As a support player, I hate basically all metas, but I really liked the meta like 2016, 17. That season was fantastic.
It wasn't bad.
It was like we got more gold, we got more items, all of our like starting items got cheaper. And we were able to buy them more granularly, so we could only get one sentry instead of having to get two and be just completely poverty through the whole game. And jungle creeps, they were worth more, and we were able to kill them as supports. So it was a great time indeed.
I'm happy jungling's not a thing anymore.
At least level 1 jungling. Everyone does rice the jungle as they get into the mid game, and I feel like that's pretty stable, but I would like to see maybe some. Actually, no. I don't ever. I would like to see that in a pro game, but I never want to see pubs do it, so please don't. But the Silencer is picked up for MMKR, a really good disruption for all of the team fight, which seems to be the players' strengths and so far the draft strength of US Men's National Dota 2 team. So I feel like MMKR, they're starting to pick up men's team's number at this point. But they go ahead and get rid of the Tinker once again. Definitely want to play against that, but they get rid of the Terrorblade. So 3 heroes from the previous game, MMKR have banned out this time. US Men sticking with their regular bans for the most part, only banning the Pudge as respect for last game, but getting rid of the Night Stalker and the Spirit Breaker this time, where they did not before. So maybe they have like a vulnerable mid in mind. I think maybe a sniper. Is there a mid choice this game?
Oh, sorry. My friend keeps messaging me. Mid sniper for who? Sorry.
For US Men, since they have gotten rid of the Spectre and the Night Stalker and the Spirit Breaker, which were not bans from last game.
Oh yeah, sniper's okay. Not too bad against the Windrunner and the Silencer. If they pick it now, it just lets them counter it later on in the draft.
Yeah. But it does feel like Sniper maybe is a direction that men's team want to go with their bans so far. And like you say, I think it's really good against Silencer. Still fairly good against Windrunner. Although it can be hard in lane, I feel like, Sniper versus Windrunner, because you don't get that headshot free evasion piercing anymore. But Crystal Maiden will be the pickup for US Men's National Team. And probably that's going to be in the offlane with the Tide Hunter you expect.
Yeah, hotline 1000 is the way to go.
Or offlane with the Tide Hunter, I mean, with the Crystal.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, gonna have that extra amount of regen for everybody. So, tons of sustain between the Shadow Word and what is that? Arcane Aura? Yeah, Arcane Aura. And with a Tidehunter able to just stand up on the high ground, I feel like they're going to have some decent push in this game, even so far, and they can also get the Golem to help with that, so I think they just need to draft some strong laners at this point, and they're golden if they play like they did last game.
Oh yeah, that's gonna. Yeah, that's gonna play like the way they did last game.
All right, MMKR. How do you think they deal with that? Like they're able to disrupt any team fight with the Silencer global, and Windrunner. They tend to play as a support, in the 5 position. So Silencer will be their roamer. Like I said, I think that's what I saw last time they had these 2 heroes together. But with that, how do you think that they're able to sort of outdraft US men's team this time in order to pull out a mid game that is a little bit more convincing?
I think to pick heroes that can break high grounds. Earthshaker is pretty good at doing that.
Earthshaker, ooh, that would be interesting because that would mean either a core Windrunner or a core Earthshaker. So either of those, I'm down to watch. Or a mid silencer, but I feel like that would be not good in this meta.
Yeah, it's not ideal. I don't think.
All right, Wraith King is the pickup for MMKR, so they're definitely all about disrupting these team fights and making it so that men's national team can't really play the way that they would like to. But US men say, you know, we recognize what you're trying to do. We're just going to pick up a Death Prophet, going to show it right now for our mid lane, and we get that ult off. The global doesn't matter at that point. We're already doing all the damage, and can probably Yules that off as well. Tidehunter also able to have that silence, and actually MKR, they pick up the sniper. I will say, I think last time I saw them play this, they played sniper, safe lane, Wraith King, off lane, but that might have been somebody else. I don't remember if that it was MMKR or if that was another team, but I think last time I saw the sniper and Wraith King in a game, it was a very strange laning lineup.
Mid King offlane has potential since the dual lane meta is back.
Yeah. If I recall, that lost like really, really hard, but I think that was more on having the sniper in the safe lane. He was just bullied out so hard.
Yeah. Cyber needs to have that one-on-one matchup.
And I guess the Death Prophet, like, that'll be okay. As long as you can avoid the Crypt Swarm spam. But Clockwork actually is the ban out for US men's. I wonder what motivates that. Like,
it disrupts the team fight. It's kind of what they needed last game. Pudge wasn't doing enough of it.
Okay. So with the Clockwork ban, looks like MMKR say we don't want you to have the anti-mage, be able to blink on us. We have a bunch of anti-heroes. Maybe we're going to go for another int-mid as well. Oh. Okay, so it's sniper mid. They're going to go for the Enigma in the off lane and the Wraith King in the safe lane. With, if I recall from just their play style before, it'll be a roaming silencer and a 5-position Windrunner, but of course it could be either. But now US men's get to pick their mid with everything on the map, and how... Oh, no, they're mid. They're safe lane. So what kind of safe lane do you pick up against an Enigma? Because that's a really difficult hero with all the deny potential he has, so you need some kind of AoE, right? Maybe...
Big thing with Enigma is that you just need to kill the Eidolons right away and then just push underneath his tower. Just... Enigma does better because he's denying the creeps. And so the lane is just always going to be underneath his tower. So what you want to do is just to kill his... Just to make it more awkward for him, because he has to react to it.
So is PL how you deal with that?
PL's okay.
You can rush at the creeps at least and kill them off?
Yeah, PL's pretty good at dealing with it. I personally, as an Enigma player, I hate playing against Morphling, because he has really high armor and I just can't deal with it.
Alright. Well, we're going to see how that all comes out. Donald going in the safe lane once again. And how are these lanes going to go? So Zykor's going in the off lane. Data Nutton and Micro. So they are going to have the Windrunner roaming and Data and Silencer as their safe lane support. So standard laning for the drafts for each team. I do like that Death Prophet set though. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's not bad.
What is that crown? Is it like... I don't think I can see in this view. Yeah, we can't see until we get in the game. We'll save that for a pause. But yeah, gonna be a fun game to watch. Lots and lots of team fight coming from both teams in this game. And like I said, that's what I always like to see. So we will get to see it. All right, as we get into the game, let's go ahead and introduce at least which players are on which teams for anybody who has tuned in. Since the last introduction, we have Zombie playing in the safe lane on the Warlock, protecting his Phantom Lancer being picked up by the Donald for US men's team. Psycho going mid on the Death Prophet this time. Black Tiger Sex Machine playing the 5 position off lane with that Crystal Maiden, and going to be supporting Blizzard on that Tidehunter. Meanwhile, for MMKR Meow Meow Kitty Rangers, we have Microdong playing on the Roaming Windrunner, Zykor playing on the offlane Enigma, Saltwater Taffy playing on the mid Sniper, and in the safe lane, there will be Obelisk on the Wraith King, and Daddy B Nuttin on the Silencer. I guess they can finally hear the draft since it is a 5-minute delay. What?
It's just they're just being funny.
Oh, okay. all right, Seiko. Okay. Okay. So Seiko is the name of Psycho, apparently. Mispronoun. There we go. All right, so as the computer restart comes in, with the lanes as they're up, do you think in top lane the Donald and Zombie are going to be able to deal with this Enigma the way you described?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, that's very confident. Mid lane, early, I feel like this goes towards Death Prophet, and probably she takes the tower first, but Sniper ends up, doing okay, and that's all he needs, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Death Power just wants to shove the wave, get the 6-8 minute rune, go take the tower right off the bat.
Is Arcane Curse purgeable by Kraken Shell? Okay, so this like 100% goes the way of Blizzard and Sex Machine, right? In the bottom lane.
Yeah, I would have to think so.
Yeah, especially with the between the Anchor Smash and the Kraken Shell, like I don't see Tidehunter going down unless he is really far out of position or there's like a major rotation.
Oh yeah, they can't really go over the Tidehunter. They just gotta keep killing the CM.
So I guess that means all 3 lanes are favored for either favored or break even for USA. So we'll have to see if that plays out in the actual game, but definitely draft victory for USA.
I wouldn't say draft victory. Lane victory for the most part is pretty good. I actually don't know exactly how the CM Sniper matchup goes, Sorry,
The
not CM.
Death Prophet?
The Death Prophet Sniper, yeah.
So in my experience, you don't get a whole lot of farm as the sniper because it's really hard for Death Prophet to zone you out with the Crypt Swarm.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting, but...
So you're forced to get like 2 or 3 levels in take aim or just fly yourself a bunch of salves, and either way, like either you have no kill potential or you're low on money because you're buying a bunch of regen.
Getting low on money in this meta is not too bad if in the mid lane. Just kind of what you have to do.
Yeah, just looking for those levels. But also feels like USA, they have really strong team fight. They have good high ground potential. They have a nice solid peak with all of their heroes around the same time, and it just feels like their draft is really, really strong together. There's definitely a lot of disruption. Like MMKR have a lot of outplay potential, but the higher degree of execution, right?
Oh
yeah. So here in mid lane, block does go the way of Saltwater Taffy. So that, I mean, you really need that in order to even be halfway decent in this lane. Because, like, yeah, you're just going to get harassed out by the Crypt Swarm, which is so cheap for Death Prophet. Like, you can cast that 5 times immediately, and I mean, that's your bottle if you get a range creep twice.
Oh, definitely.
But up in top lane so far, relatively even. A lot of denies coming out from Zykor, who is just using those, or completely abusing those Eidolons. Gotta catch myself when I'm actually streaming. I can't say the other word that they would be.
Like, yeah.
I don't know. I could. It's not actually bad. It just sounds like it. But
it's very tasteful.
There is going to be a Hellfire Blast, Wraithfire Blast rather, here out onto Crystal Maiden, followed up by the Arcane Curse, couple right clicks, and she will go down for the first blood.
Yeah, kind of just like what I said. They can't really do anything to the Tidehunter, and he got Kraken Shield level 1, so they just gotta kill CM.
Yeah, and so they did. And now Black Tiger Sex Machine is actually sitting up here in top lane at this point. Gonna go ahead and make this lane a little bit harder for Zykor and Microdong. But they are going to be splitting this XP even further. Yeah,
this is not better for the PO.
PO, wait, went bottom and immediately died?
Yeah, he wanted to... He wasn't doing too great against the Enigma, so he went bottom. He was not... This is not the better lane for him.
Well, he's going to walk back towards bottom. I guess he feels like it's the better lane. They're going to go for it and stick with it. But yeah, so far 2-0 in favor of MMKR. They're able to pull these lanes out, and now a DD on Saltwater Taffy actually keeping up fairly well. Not getting harassed out too bad. In fact, doing exactly the opposite to Seiko. Is he actually Seiko?
I'm pretty sure his name is Seiko.
Alright, Seiko it is. I might still screw that up, but ah well. I'll try not to. Blast up here now is going to solo this lane, it looks like, and they're going to rotate, or just pull up with Black Tiger Sex Machine, keep their heroes together? I don't know. This lane seems a lot more difficult than the previous one did. For PL, at least. But I guess if you do lose a hero in both lanes, like, maybe swapping up is totally the fine thing to do. But Seiko actually taking quite a bit of damage here. Does have his bottle finished up and is able to tango up one of those branches as well. So going to be able to start harassing out Sniper at this point with that level 2 Crypt Swarm. But Saltwater Taffy actually doing a lot better in this lane than I feel like. Ah, here we go. There's going to be the engagement. Seiko running forward using that Crypt Swarm and the Link, which is Spirit Siphon, in order to take him down quite a bit very early. And that's just something you can repeat over and over. So at this point, this lane should be very much in favor of Death Prophet, I think.
Oh yeah, once you get your level, she's just kind of a monster in lane.
So, pretty stable in all the lanes overall. Just those 2 early kills in the first 4 minutes as we head into the first nighttime. Illusion Rune going the way of Seiko, it looks like, as he moves up towards top. And maybe that's going to be his cue to try to head in here onto Saltwater Taffy. Oh man, that always, like, makes me so sad when I get headshot during my attack and then I can't finish it. Oh, there, with the uphill fairy fire play as well as the stick, that's actually going to be... Saltwater Taffy is able to take out Seiko just before he dies. And Seiko even burns his salve for that as well. So that was Seiko's salve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Saltwater Taffy walking back to base.
No, it was Sniper Self, sorry. It was Sniper Self.
Oh, was it? Okay. So between the fairy fire, the salve, and the stick, Saltwater Taffy lives during that first attempt at a kill by Seiko. A lot of that... Oh, bottom lane there's going to be a kill onto Warlock, presumably from a Wraithfire or Hellfire Blast. No, Wraithfire Blast. Now there's also a Snipe coming in. Sniper TPs to the bottom lane. Not even needed.
Why did he go bottom? Yeah.
I think maybe he thought that his assistance would be required and he'd be able to make a rotation happen, but just a double kill going the way of Obelisk and Dad DB. So now Sniper has to walk back to mid lane. And overall, once again in the lanes, even though they felt like unfavored matchups for MMKR, they've come out ahead in CS in every lane. And coming out ahead in the just general laning stage as well in terms of kills. They're going to have the Malefice here on the Black Tiger, as well as a mini stun from the Shackle. And then it's going to be enough to get the power shot off and one final right click to finish off Zycor. Or no, to finish off Black Tiger Sex Machine, rather. Zycor or Microdong. He's going for the Arcane Boots here on the Windrunner. So something I've been doing. Saltwater Taffy's going to go for the phase, and I played with phase for a really long time on this hero. But more recently, I have switched over to Treads because I feel like they give you so much more in lane than the phase do. Just in terms of being able to consistently out-CS the enemy, because you can usually hit a creep twice before they hit it once, which gives you a lot more than just the extra 24 damage from the phase, right? Bottom lane, we're going to lose another Warlock for USA, and they're not looking too happy in the laning stage so far.
Oh yeah. It's kind of what I expected. The Silencer Wraith King lane is just a kill lane, and they're not really leaving the heroes here to deal with it. The correct heroes here to deal with it, I mean.
Yeah. So it looks like maybe a little bit of engagement up in top lane, but... Oh, that was just Soul Ring being used. Alright. So a bunch of HP go away from Enigma. It was just a Soul Ring. But he just had that Soul Ring now. An attempted rotation by Seiko here is going to get Wraithfire blasted out. And just going to TP back to mid lane, protect his tower. But at this point, Seiko's actually 2 levels behind. And Sniper is getting quite a bit ahead. Meanwhile, in top lane, Enigma does go down this time. Blizzard has almost no HP. Microdon going to try for another power shot play, but the salve is coming up. Blizzard is not going to die from that, but he is going to have his salve canceled. Maybe he's gonna rotate back down and come here onto Microdon. He does have a Gush as well as a follow-up on the Anchor Smash. One more right click is enough. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, there's another kill by Daddy Nutton and the Donald onto, or rather by Daddy Nutton. Was Wraithfire Blast used in that? Yeah, I presume since he's really low. And Obelisk onto the Warlock.
I was watching top while that was going on, so I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, I was watching top as well. So just a lot of action around the map so far in this game, mostly initiated by MMKR, but a couple of good initiations by men's team or USA as well. Blizzard takes a lot of damage there. There's going to be actually rotation in, and with the Shackle, I believe that does mean Microdong is going to get out. A couple more ghosts are going to hit him. One more, that is enough. Seiko actually finishes him off. Gonna throw out the Crypt Swarm into the trees. Not going to hit anybody, and now he is actually going to die to the Arcane Curse. Blizzard's here really close. With all of the heroes that have died around Daddy Be Nuttin', that's going to be a lot of int at this point. One more Arcane Curse, one more right click, and Blizzard's going down as well. This support Silencer is the new carry, I think. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, there's going to be engagement at the same time. The Donald's chasing in after Obelisk, who does have his ult skilled at this point. Just running under the tower. He's going to go ahead and use that Hellfire Blast onto Zombie. Zombie's going to heal himself up and probably isn't going to be able to get away off that. Yep, Obelisk is forced to run out. Does have a Mango, even if he runs out of mana, but he's not going to. Just going to try to sit under a tower. He's going to use his Aegis now. Sniper comes in, uses the snipe here onto Zombie, but Zombie has all of that heal. Now there's going to be a Wraithfire Blast coming out onto him as well. A couple right clicks, and he probably is going to go down at this point. Yeah, final right click from Saltwater Taffy does finish him off. But that doesn't mean that the Donald was able to get away, and they do force out the ult, which means that Obelisk has to be really, really careful at this point. Deny comes out in mid lane from Seiko, and unfortunately, since his ult was already used in top lane pretty effectively, although he didn't end up dying in return, is not going to be able to get that mid tower very quickly. Meanwhile, Carry Silencer is coming in along with an Assassinate coming from the backside. There's going to be a couple big right clicks from the Glaives of Wisdom and a couple bottle charges coming out. And now with the heal, that probably is enough to keep, yeah, that's enough to keep him alive. And with the overextension, I said, but there's going to be the global coming out from DB turning this around. That's going to be the end of the, oh, not quite the end of the Crystal Maiden. Did not get caught on the backside, but it is going to be the end of the Warlock and the Death Prophet, both of whom got caught under that shrapnel and got hit for a long time from that. And CM comes in, tries to make a play on a Saltwater Taffy, just frees him up, but one right click and Saltwater Taffy takes CM down as well. So 3 for 1 going in favor of MMKR in the mid lane, and Saltwater Taffy is just having a great game. Not as great as Dad DB, who has 18 int at 11 minutes stolen. That is insanity.
Yeah, this house is really fat.
And he's still just buying all the wards. Like he says, I might get a 4-staff at some point. I don't need the int, though. I have 18.
He's got this.
He's going to win. He's going to win the game all on his lonesome. Carry Silencer. He's really freaking fast with that Tranquil Boots, too. So here's an engagement. Blazer just going to get Arcane Curse as well as the Shackle and the Silence out from the last word. But it's not enough, even with the Purge, with the Focus Fire being used and a couple right clicks from Glaives coming in from Silencer. He's going to go down as well. Daddy B going to even get the last hit on that. And just has 20 int at this point. This guy has a third of his int stolen. Seiko here using his ult. Yeah, he's going to die here to the Assassinate. And once again, Daddy B Nutton getting the last hit there with the last word. That's 24 at this point. Now with CM going down as well, and they're chasing down Zombie. But Blazer's here in the area. Does have the ult if he wants to use it. He's going to go ahead and use that. As well as the Golem coming down. Daddy B Nutton, he is dead at this point. They have had enough of his shit, and he is completely dominated with a couple of like huge teamfight ultimates. Blazer coming in, trying to hit down onto Microdong. Microdong does have the wind run. He is going to use that to get away, but Zombie is able to actually finish him off with the Link. However, Obelisk has come in with that armlet, and on the backside, killed off Zombie. Ends up being 2 for 3 overall, including this fight that started over here. I think that's how many heroes died on both sides. Here now a Hellfire Blast onto Tidehunter, but he's gonna be fine for this. He has the Anchor Smash to force Obelisk away. And I don't think Obelisk really wants to dive this far. Oh my god, what a crit! Okay, he did in fact want to dive that far, and he just destroyed Tidehunter there. Holy shit, that crit was freaking huge.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty big crit.
Like, I don't feel like Tidehunter's a hero that I see just, I mean, what's his base damage? It's 300% crit, so it's like 4 times the damage, right? Or is it 3 times the damage? Is it critical damage bonus damage, or is it a damage multiplier?
No, it does 300% damage.
Okay, it's a multiplier. Got it. So now Obelisk coming in, does use that Wraithfire Blast onto the Donald. Meanwhile, in top lane, we're actually going to lose the Crystal Maiden to Microdong here on the support Windrunner. So far these supports, I believe, have like all of the kills right now. Oh no, okay. Saltwater Taffy has 5, and Obelisk has 5. So, and Daddy B has 7. So the support does have more kills than anybody else, but he's definitely secured a lot of those other kills as well. Like, this game so far it's just a stomp. But so was the last game, and then USA brought it back with their team fights in the mid game. So we'll just have to see how it goes. See if MMKR can close this one out.
This time they have the silencer to deal with their team fight though, so I don't know if they're gonna be able to pull it off.
Yeah, that's true. And they do have some team fight of their own as well, and a lot of disruption. Like, the sniper should not get caught generally. And now Sex Machine, he's going to go down. There's the Assassinate. I don't think Assassinate's even necessary, but it is going to go be used. There's going to be a Shackle here immediately, followed up by the Silence, onto Death Prophet, and onto Warlock, who's not able to get any spells off. There is going to be a pause because Tidehunter is disconnected and is in the area. So I don't think this makes a difference. Like, Tidehunter can't come in and turn this around. USA Zombie's just going to die. Seiko might get dove and killed, but he and Tidehunter can't really do anything at this point, right? I mean, even if they TP in the PL, I feel like they just lose that fight, so better for everybody to just leave, yeah?
Oh yeah, definitely. If PL teleports in, he just gets black hole and dies.
Yeah, that's still up. And Blink Dagger is up here as well. Just got picked up by the looks of it. So now we're going to go ahead and see that Assassinate come out. Oh, with the smoke. That's kind of bullshit. He's still going to go down. Saltwater Taffy coming in. And Blizzard is going to get shackled up here by Microdong, followed by the Hellfire Blast. He's going to use his ult here, but end up dying and restore at the same time. There's going to be a couple of Spirit Siphons coming out, but with the Silence, that means he's just going to die as well. So, how much into is that now? Is it 30? 28. Jesus. 20. This is the dream, right? Like, 28 ints at 15 minutes. It just feels bad, man. Like... And now the Force Tap comes out at the same time, and he's not even queued up the obs anymore. He's transitioned into a 4. He was gonna play 5, but now Microdong's playing the 4 or playing the 5 instead. While Daddy B Nutton says, "I got this. I got all the int in the world."
I wish he would have gone treads over the Tranquil Boots.
I think the Tranquils were really useful early on.
I mean, he lets him like keep on roaming and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
that's a lot of why he has all that in, right? And he's gonna TP out? Oh my god. That is because of the level 1 Anchor Smash. And at the same time, CM ends up dying uphill with that word help. I can't believe he got out there. There's a Hellfire Blast here onto the Spirit Siphoning Death Prophet. Now the ult comes out from Xykor just onto the Black, or just onto Warlock, but that's all I really wanted. Warlock did actually get his Golem off, though, before he died, so... Black Hole not really giving up as much as he wanted. I did not see where that snipe happened. Over here on the backside, Sniper's able to kill off, but at the same time, Solid Attack... Or at the same time, rather, Obelisk goes down. However, Saltwater Taffy now, he has an Ultra Kill at this point. And PL is not even considering coming up. He says, I have my defusal, but everybody's dead. I don't even know if I can defend the high ground. There is still even the global for MMKR. Like, it's going to be so difficult for USA to do anything, even at the high ground at this point, I feel like.
Oh yeah, they're just way too far behind at this point.
So, Microdon coming up. Looks like maybe he wants to try to ward, but he sees Donald sitting over there, so he's not going to. That'd be nothing. Going for an 8 toss. Getting up some extra HP. He did just barely survive the last fight, so he's like, I want to be a little bit more confident in my survivability. Picks up the Bracer to start moving into that 8 toss. And the Donald here is just trying to farm, have his team make space until he has a couple items. He has Defusal. What is his next item here? Like, how does the Donald itemize
Against this kind of team?
Yeah.
Mantha to dodge the stuns and purge off the
Alright.
Malice.
So Enigma does go down. Seiko able to make sure that happens. He uses himself up to try to get a little bit more damage out of his ult, but it's not going to make anything happen. Shackle latches here onto Warlock, and he's probably going to go down. Hasn't died yet. There's going to be a 3-man Ravaged in order to secure the extraction. There was the death of a Crystal Maiden here on the back lines. Vision probably given by a ward. Attempt to kill USA Zombie here. I did not see if the power shot connected, but even if it did, it was not able to kill him. And that's going to be the end of this push for now. But it looks like, yeah, MMKR, they still want to get this tower. They say this is the objective we want to pick up next. They don't even have all their heroes here. Like, Obelisk is not sitting with his team. He's just farming up Radiance, in fact. Like, ultra greedy. And it's like, doesn't matter. Wait. Doesn't... Hold up. Doesn't Mortal Strike instantly kill creeps?
No, it used to. They changed it.
Oh. When did that change? Okay, here's another kill by Dad DBS, 32 inch at this point, and the tower goes down in mid lane. When did they change that?
2 patches ago?
Alright, trying to go in here on the Donald. He's sending some creeps out on Microdong, but that is at least enough to get him away, if not enough to get the kill. Now Sika comes up, is able to get the Siphon and the Spirit Blast, or the Crypt Swarm, out onto Silencer. However, he walks forward a little bit too far, ends up getting covered up by the Hellfire Blast and the Shrapnel. Warlock gets off his golem, but that's going to go down as well as the Warlock himself almost immediately, and that's going to be a high ground push for sure. Still have the ult available, and the Relic is out for Wraith King. So now it's just every two kills on an enemy unit adds a skeleton charge, up to 8. Interesting.
Yeah.
Why did they change that? Was it just because it was like broken in jungling early game, or what?
Yeah, it's just that it was just broken. It was really strong because they got an illusion rune that insta-killed everything.
Why didn't they just disable it on illusions then?
I don't know. It also just made him really strong in lane. Now it just makes it a little more balanced.
Okay. So there's the black hole here out on the 2, but there is going to be there's a global action to prevent anything, and the black hole hits onto a third one. Was Death Prophet always in that? I guess she was. So Death Prophet goes down. There's a buyback here on PL. The global is gonna do a lot of work there. That means there's no disruption for the black hole, even though I don't think there was any available regardless. But since there were options, had to get gotten rid of. Obelisk just armlet toggling out of these PL illusions constantly. And he's like, I want to survive, clearly, because I want to use my ult, although he needs to... Okay, yeah, he needed a couple more seconds. Now there's going to be the Ravage here, finally. It's only going to hit onto 1, however, but with the Link, it's going to do a little bit extra damage. I do see who died. Silencer died here on the back line. Everybody's really low on MMKR, but they really want this barracks, and they know there's no buybacks left. That was a dieback from PL, and the ult has already been used by Blazer. He's got his play safe, because otherwise it's a dieback for him, and he almost goes down. Seiko coming out with the ult up, going to try to chase people down, but looks like MMKR are going to make a clean extraction this time. So, it looks like we'll be seeing a game 3, most likely. Clearly, it can be thrown. Like last game, we said MMKR were definitely going to win, and then they ended up losing off the back of a couple of really bad team fights. Could still happen, but I feel like they're more together this game.
Oh, yeah. They can very easily reach high ground because they got the Enigma Blink and Sniper. Wraith King's passively just really tanky, and they have a massive lead from the early game, so...
Yeah, they won all 3 lanes. They didn't die as they took objectives, and so that's how the game goes right now.
Pretty much.
I don't know. Feels kind of boring. I feel like big team fights should be able to turn things around really effectively. But maybe I was just spoiled by growing up in the TI3 days. But everyone's just farming up. There's a smoke play. However, the smoke is revealed by the scan, so it doesn't even matter.
The word they saw it.
Okay. So scan reveals the smoke, and it looks like everyone's in position to try to reveal that as soon as possible. Attempt there to shackle the Donald, but it's not even necessary. The mini stun is more than enough. All the silence is coming, or all the single silence coming out, but no global even required. 44 stolen it now on Silencer.
Oh my
God. Oh no. Alright. Alright. That's the end of the supports here for USA as well. I don't think they have buyback.
They do not.
Yeah, only buyback here is for the Death Prophet. Death Prophet buyback doesn't mean a whole lot unless you're not able to get your ult off the first time. The net worth graph is just insane. It's 23. It's 1,000 gold per minute disparity. Like, I think the difference in net worth is more than the total net worth of USA at this point. Yeah, 24k and like there's 18. Yeah, it's like 20k. It's so they have double USA's gold at this point. However, USA, they're still in for it. They want to take it through to the end. There's a defusal here out on the silencer. He is silenced for the time being. They're trying for a play. There is also the global is not soon enough there to cancel the Ravage or the Link Golem, which means they get 2 kills right away. And now they're trying to get some more on the extraction. Sniper gets fueled up. He's going to go down almost certainly here, yet he gets rooted. There is a TP out by Windrunner, who is able to get away. But meanwhile, bottom lane, Obelisk took a tower, and he's hitting this range barracks.
Wraith King just doing Wraith King things.
I feel like split push isn't a Wraith King thing, but that is what he's doing this game. Gonna go ahead and start running back. He might end up dying here, but right now he's just gonna keep up the armlet toggle as much as he can. Try to do as much damage as he can. In the meantime, eventually let's go down. He tries to armlet away, and wait, really? Oh,
the skeleton's got her.
That is so sad. Ends up going down to the last word tick when he tries to armlet toggle, but oh, that is... Oh, that's heartbreaking. To survive the radiance and the armlet toggling bullshit and the right clicks and then die to a skeleton. Oh. Hard life as a support in this game.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you're playing for USA. If you're playing for MMKR, you're like, psh, I have 50 int, motherfucker. It's insane. Like, he doesn't need the 4 int or the +2 int steal talent, but I mean he's not even a high enough level for the +2 int steal talent, and he still has 46 intelligence. Like, I wonder if he's gonna take it.
I'd still rather have the GBM at this point. You already have 46.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I agree. I don't think you're gonna get as much out of the int steal in the rest of this game as you will out of the GPM. But we'll have to see which one he grabs. Now he has the opportunity. He took the GPM. Okay. BKB is finished on Enigma, by the way.
Oh, if you would have had that for the last... If you would have had that for that last fight, they would have won. Because he blinked right into the Ravage.
Yeah, and that instantly got killed.
Yup.
Who just paused and why? What happened?
They have to... help this bitch carry some shit.
I think that's Som E shit, dude.
Som E shit. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I guess that's what's up. And like okay. I don't see a route back into the game for USA right now other than like a ridiculous amount of throwing, like 4 team fights in a row from MMKR.
No, I'm kind of. I mean, USA still has a pretty good team fight.
Yeah, they have good
Ravage and kill the silencer right away. It's kind of an easy win.
So, like, I feel like they're not going to let the silence be late again, right? Because if the silence wasn't late, then no way in hell do USA win that team fight.
Yeah, they're not, because they would have gotten the black hole off on 3 or 4, and it would have just been GG right there.
Yeah, or if they had the BKB. Which might have been available. I don't know if...
No, I don't think he had the gold for it beforehand.
Not quite the gold? Okay. He did die immediately beforehand, though. But I guess if he died and then didn't have it, I don't know. Maybe. I guess he probably didn't at that point. But he does have it now. Is coming in. Next team fight's going to be incredibly difficult for USA. I mean, all these team fights are being incredibly difficult. It just is coming down to like which team gets their spells off first. There's a DD here on Saltwater Taffy who is going to assassinate. There's the global coming. Assassinate isn't even required. Global is used just to make sure that there's no doppelganger shenaniganry by this PL. And now Obelisk is sitting up on the high ground and says, I'm going to hit this barracks, and there's something really you can or want to do about it. Seiko comes forward, is using his ult up. Yules is out of the ATOS. Meanwhile, Saltwater Taffy gets 2 more kills over here on the side. There's going to be the Golem put down. The Ravage comes out onto 2. Might be able to take out Microdong, but Cut Core, Zykor, he's using the Black Hole, but does miss that onto Blazer. Doesn't really matter. He gives the Rampage away to Saltwater Taffy. That is... I mean, you don't see a Rampage every day in, like, in tournament matches, so...
Oh, no.
2 buybacks, but I don't know if it's going to do anything. Osako actually is able to take out, almost dies to the Assassin, but he's able to take out the Wraith King. Has to Yules up in order to make sure he doesn't take any damage while he heals in the base, but I mean, I don't think it matters, right? Here's the Diffusal forward. Saltwater Taffy might actually go down after that Rampage. He didn't buy a Divine or anything, right? He didn't, like, just throw the game? No, okay. He has regular items. But they're able to take out that Rampage Sniper. A boost for morale, if nothing else. Over here on the sideline, Enigma does go down to Seiko, who did have to buy back for that. I think that was 2 buybacks? Yeah, Seiko bought back. Oh, no, it was just the one. Oh, no, yeah. Seiko and Black Tiger Sex Machine.
Yeah.
I thought I heard it twice, but I didn't realize that Black Tiger had enough for the buyback there. Black Tiger does have, however, his Glimmer Cape at this point, so if he's able to wait out the silence and everybody survives, he can do a big Glimmer Cape freezing field play.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough, though.
No, I don't think anything's really enough at this point, and Silencer, although he's not gotten any more stolen in for like 3 minutes. He's still at 46. But he is farming up a Shadow Blade, so like he's gonna be able to just walk at them. I don't know. I don't see any good scenarios here. The Donald here does have his Shadow Blade finished, and he's gonna go ahead and move into Obelisk, who used his Wraithfire Blast on Zombie, also a TP in by Blizzard. Coming up forward, does not have his Ravage up right now, but Silencer is gonna die once again. And for 5-on-1, that's gonna be the end of the Wraith King as well. So 2 kills, nice pickoffs by USA, and that's the kind of thing they got to do to stay in this game, get back into it. They're down 2 lanes of racks and tier 3, or an extra tier 3 on top of that, but, well, I mean, like, they only have 1 tower down here in bottom lane, kind of lonely, but they're still making plays. They're making things happen.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty nice when MMK is throwing the game for him.
Yeah. What do you think of this Midas here on Warlock?
No, just don't go Midas in that hero. They need like a Glimmer Cave. They need 4 staffs. They need to get people away.
Do you think they're just like, well, we're not gonna be able to win the mid game at this point? Just make the Hail Mary play.
I guess maybe.
Go for the Aghanims refresher Warlock at like 60 minutes kind of deal.
Oh yeah, that is so long. I don't think they're gonna hold off for 30 minutes.
I don't know if they're able to keep getting pickoffs. Like it's already come down 6K in the net worth lead since they got that Rampage. They're no longer doubling the other team's net worth, I think. 19K. Yeah, they're no longer doubling. So MMKR, they've fallen behind in relative net worth. Of course, they're still 20K ahead in absolute net worth, so it doesn't really matter. But if the trend continues, clearly by 60 minutes, we'll have an Aghanims refresher Warlock, and USA will be able to take the game.
That's what we're banking on.
I always bank on the underdog. So here's going to be a Wraithfire Blast up the hill onto Zombie. He's going to be able to get his both ults, actually. Going to have the Ravage as well as the Golem coming out before the Silence comes through. Sniper actually dies here on the backside, chased down by the Donald before anybody's able to get over to help him. And Black Hole not used yet. People aren't even in the position to get a multi-man Black Hole and haven't been. So that's just a pick off onto the Sniper for free so far. That'd be nothing looking for maybe something, but... no, that's just a fight that goes the way of USA, convincingly.
It is what they have to do. They just have to. That is what they have to do. They have to jump the sniper every time. They get the sniper, they just win the fight.
The thing that MMKR have to do, I feel like, is be less afraid. Because these ults, like, Sniper's dead for 60 seconds. These ults are down for 2 minutes. So there's still a whole minute to push in these lanes. When 2 of their heroes are basically doing nothing.
Oh, definitely. Playing way a little too passive.
And I think they used the Death Prophet ult as well. So like as soon as Sniper's up, I think the MMKR should be pushing, right? And it looks like they realized that as well. Like they're gonna go in, they recognize their mistake and they're gonna correct it. Hitting onto Roshan. I hope there was never a bug where it insta-killed Roshan.
What did?
The crit.
I don't think so. It doesn't work on ancients, and Roshan's like a ancient. It's counted as an ancient.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect it to, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it did at one point.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe if it was like Morphling morphed into Wraith King, and then Rubik stole his Mortal Strike from summoning skeletons, and then Rubik uses it.
Some magic.
I mean, that would be some bullshit, but it would be some pretty sick bullshit. So here we are at this point in the game where we're just watching a Wraith King melee attack creeps. But everyone's gathering up for this high ground push, and there's a global available, but Ravage is up in 15, Death Prophet ult is up in 4. They've taken a little bit too much time to get up here, I feel like. There's going to be the Exorcism coming through. Yule's dodge the Hellfire Blast. Obelisk is forced away. Does have the Aegis. There's going to be a Shackle mini-stun here out onto the Donald, but not going to be enough. That is going to potentially be... out with the Force Staff. Not even going to lose the Aegis or the first life on his ultimate. So, meanwhile, Saltwater Taffy is just sitting up on the barracks. There's going to be the Silence coming out, but it's just a little bit too late from the Blink. BKB is used by the Prophet, but she gets silenced. There's a 3-man Black Hole. Gets canceled? Did he die? He died. Okay. So Blazer gets out with like 5 HP. Is going to get assassinated to death. Now there's going to be the Crystal Maiden ult coming down along with the Donald chasing him, chasing down Sniper. That's the end of Sniper. First death out for Wraith King. Was that his ult? His ult was already used. That second death. Okay, now he's blinking away. Aegis is used 20 seconds before his next death is available, so he has to run, but... yeah, Wraithfire Blast there. Gonna go ahead and right-click onto him. 12 seconds, but losing a lot of mana. Does he have the talent yet?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he has a talent. So it's not a mana question at this point, just a question of, can I survive for another 4 seconds? The Donald's going after him. And he thinks, okay, he's going to use the Shrine here to try to finish off Obelisk. Donald is going to take the safe play, recognizes that the way he's playing probably does have the ults back up. But now, with all of those extra illusions, going to chase down... nope, not going to chase down Obelisk. Going to think better of it and just going to go ahead and back away. So Obelisk does survive that, and off that team fight, the ranged barracks goes down in top lane. How did Enigma die so fast? Was he just like at low HP already when he blinked in?
He was low HP. He got hit by the Ravage before he could BKB. So he was already taking a lot of damage from the ghosts. And then he just BKB'd and went in. But he's still getting hit by all the ghosts, so he just died right away.
Okay. I assumed that he took a lot of damage from the ghost, but I didn't see how he got low in the first place. But
at this point, Enigma needs to be making more plays. He's being very conservative with his Black Hole. He just needs to go for it.
I feel like he's also a little bit further forward than I would be on Enigma. I don't know if I would be correct or incorrect in doing that, but...
well, I mean, you gotta be forward in that situation, because, like, they're playing on the back foot. If they get the initiation off, you just kind of lose. That's what's happened in the last 2 fights. Like
Yeah.
Silencer always does his ultimate. Well, not always, but he keeps doing his ultimate like super late, and so he gets the Ravage off at a good time. Death Prophet's ultimate's still going.
Yeah, I have felt like the global has like watching. It's been difficult to see that the global is at the wrong time. Like it happens so close to the time that it feels like it's simultaneous. But clearly, if the ult gets off, it's too late. Like it's just been a hair's breadth each time. So an engagement in the jungle turns out with nobody dying on either side, just everyone extracting as effectively as they can. Still a while before Roshan's available to respawn. And maybe this DD is used? Like a whole bunch of ults were used. Are they on off cooldown? Yeah, they're off cooldown at this point. But whoa. Why is Exorcism out right now?
He used it when she went in that fight.
Ah, okay.
Because they jumped the sniper, but he has a Shadow Blade and they didn't have True Sight.
Ah, alright. Yeah, a lot of Shadow Blades here for MKR. I would like to see some gem, as well as the Glimmer Cape, so I'd like to see some like gem investment if they think they can hold on to it. But now MMKR, once again going up the high ground, they say we just have one more building to get. It's at half HP, and we don't have to hit it a whole lot. However, there's going to be the blink forward. Global comes out a little bit too late, and the extra Ravage range means that's a full team Ravage. Two-man Black Hole comes through. That is going to be the end of the Crystal Maiden. And the Golem comes out to cancel the Black Hole, but it is enough to ensure that Death Prophet dies under BKB. We are going to see the first life go away on the Wraith King. Nobody dead yet. Elsewise, on the side of MMKR, two more buybacks from the Death Prophet and from the Golem, or from the Warlock, but without a Golem, it's not really going to make a difference, and that's a dieback here from Death Prophet. Finally, the game is down. The Rax is down. GG is called by Team USA. And that means MMKR is going to take it to 1-1, and we're going to see a game 3. A couple extra kills here at the very end. But, yeah, that was a fun game to watch. Like, I always like the team fights. So, it's,
Yeah, it's definitely more flashy.
back in the day, you know, being like an old fogey.
Oh, yeah.
But there was a time where team fights won Dota. And as long as both teams agree to as long as both teams agree to a team fight meta, team fights can win. But yeah, sadly it's not the way that games tend to go. A rare treat to see so many big ultimates being used in one game. So I've been KnifeFan, this has been Towley, and we'll be seeing you in game 3.